Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Just What I am playing Octopath Traveler. Last episode we finished off the two remaining final job shrines, being the Shrine of the Starseer and the Shrine of the Runeblade, which is a little bit more south over here. Where is it again? It's over here. So now my friends, it is time to go and finish up everybody's chapter 4s. Let us begin with Alfin's chapter 4. Because of a very specific reason, which you will see once I finish this. The story so far. In Saintsbridge, Alvin used his talents to save the life of a thief named Miguel. But as soon as the man could walk again, he kidnapped and wounded an innocent boy. Was Alvin wrong to believe what he believed? Was Ogun right? Are some lives truly not worth saving? Alvin looked to the sky. Tell me, what would you have done? But there were no answers to be found. And so, with self-doubt festering in his heart, Alvin arrived in the town of Orwell.
You know,
I've come all this way and I feel like I found more questions than answers. You're listening up there? Still no sign from me, huh? I better snap out of it before a wrong step puts me at the bottom of this canyon. Howdy there. Why so glum?
truth is...
Oh, woe is me. My poor wife and kids are fighting for their lives. Why did this damn plague have to come to our poor village? Haven't we suffered enough? That tattoo of yours. I don't reckon you're an apothecary. Reckon I am, and the plague you speak of is what brought me here. Oh, thank the heavens, for once the gods smile upon us.
Let's go.
Just show me to my patients. I'll do the best I can.
Fair and well.
Oh, thank you. Pray follow me. Beg pardon if I'm just imagining things, friend, but is something the matter? You're looking awfully glum yourself. Oh, it's nothing. Nothing at all. Now we should hurry. Yikes. I can't let them see me brooding. At any rate, I have a job to do.
Gadzooks.
Gadzooks. Just look at all of them.
I'm coming in.
The hells?
Wait, that's...
Excuse me.
Before I begin the treatment, I would know a few things about you. That'll do. Sorry to pry. Now let's see what we can do about your cough. Oh, thank you, Mr.
The name's Ogun.
Name's Ogun. I'm a traveling apothecary of sorts. The little bird told me your village was in rough shape, so here I am.
Oh.
Not one, but two apothecaries come to our humble home. Mayhap the flame shines bright upon us yet. How can we ever repay you?
I'll be on my way.
Think nothing of...
Forgive me.
Whoa.
Thought your hands were steadier than that one, man.
Howdy.
We keep meeting, eh? You again. Figured you'd given up and gone home already. But it seems you're made of stronger stuff than that. Damn right I am. Take away my medicine and dogged grit, and there'd be nothing left, save for a love of for a good drink. If you say so.
Mind if we shoot the breeze?
Anyhow, what with all the patients needing tending, it's good to have you around. What say we team up? 2 sets of hands are better than 1, eh?
I think not.
Thanks, but no thanks. I always work alone. How did I know you'd say that? As you like then, I'll do the same. Phew, that takes care of everyone. And I dare say I've worked up quite a thirst. Think I'll at the tavern. See you around, Ogun. The fellow gave you some medicine just now, yes? Thanks be to the flame, he most certainly did.
Let me see it.
Let me see it. It'll only take a moment. Travel banter. Say, Alphen. What is it, Tress? I'm feeling a bit tired, truth be told. My back is killing me. Alphen looks like he's feeling down. I guess I should say something. As long as you're around, you'll cure any illness I get, right? Right. Because you always brew the best medicine you possibly can, right? Darn right. But your potions are still nothing compared to Ogun's, right? You got that... Hey, wait a minute. What's that supposed to mean? I'd pit my cures against these any day of the week. I'll show you who's the top apothecary around here, just you watch. Hee, too easy.
Alphen.
You've been most industrious, my young friend. Nah, I've worked harder days, trust me. Is that so? Still, pray allow me to buy you a flagon of mead for your efforts. Oh, didn't see that coming. Never figured your scholars types went in for the drink, dulling of the senses and all that. I'm not opposed to the occasional libation when enjoyed in moderation. My God. You don't strike me as a type who'd ever get drunk. It's all about knowing when to say when, friend. And besides, I hold my spirits rather well. You don't say. Maybe we should sit down one night and have it out. Match each other mug for mug. An intriguing challenge. And we could make it even more interesting with a little wager. Right, loser pays for the both of us. Ah, good. That seems to have cheered him up a little. And truth be told, it has been a while since I last paid a visit to the alehouse. It might do me some good as well. Once again, people, if you don't know these freaking travel banters, you're missing out, actually. It's kind of crazy that they keep it this hidden. A flagon of your strongest, my good man.
How are you?
Something in the way, your friend? Shucks. Is that obvious?
Well...
Might as well be written on your face.
Sorry about that.
It's nothing, just a lost love. What I'm already in the midst of forgetting. If you're trying to win me over, you're going to have to try a little harder than that.
Whoa.
And there she goes. Lying isn't your strong suit, is it? So I'm not the only one who needed a stiff one. A long day? Heed my words, boy. Tell too many lies, even little white ones, and one day you'll forget what the truth is.
You don't say.
Thanks for the diagnosis. I saw the medicine you gave the villagers back there. Sloppier than before, almost as if your heart wasn't in it.
Oh?
Nothing gets past you, does it? To tell the truth, all this time I've been thinking, ooh, what am I really doing this for? And these days, I just don't know. I can't find an answer. Nor I, and I wager I've been searching for a fair bit longer. Huh, you don't say.
Huh?
Hey, is it me or are your hands shaking?
Afraid the answer is no.
I think you've had one ale too many. We're both exhausted, I'm sure. Get a good night's sleep. Right. There are no answers. Not for me.
Hey yo!
Alphen! Alphen!
Oh?
Hey there, what can I do for you?
Well...
My favorite's getting worse by the hour.
Oh.
Ogun was taking care of you, wasn't he? Could he have botched the dose? Perish the thought. Why, Sir Ogun's 1,000 times the apothecary you'll ever be.
The hell's...
Why, if you're so godsdarn fond of that old grump. I jest, please, sir. I beg your help. Master Ogun's worn too thin to impose.
What?
Worn thin? Well, just today he must have dropped his stool some 20 odd times. Later he started coughing something terrible, and then he just wandered away. That doesn't sound right.
The fact is,
What with all the patients he's been seeing, no wonder he's tired and all. Melissa, please forgive me. Always the same dream. No rest for the weary. My patients are waiting. I should walk around town and see if anyone else needs my help. Travel banter. I must say, Alvin, you seem to be enjoying yourself at the ale house yesterday. Huh, yeah. Me and Meat get along just fine. I could tell the number of times I had to fill your mug. You should thank me, you know. I suppose I should. But you could have poured Ogun a drink from time to time too. That man seemed to prefer his own company. Ah, don't worry, he's just an old grump anyway. But I figure he'd cheer up quick if you showed him a dance or two. There's real magic in the way you move on stage. It'd brighten anyone's day. Smooth talker, are we? Hey, it ain't just talk, I'm telling you. I bet even Ogun wouldn't be able to tear his eyes away. Huh, then maybe I will pour him a drink next time. Okay, who's next on the list? Before I venture forth? Let's see. Then it's Alberic, Ophelia, and Therion. So Alberic, Ophelia, Therion. Alberic, Ophelia, and Therion. This music fits so perfect with what's happening around here. It's so cool. Is that Ogun?
you're too kind.
You saved my life, Traveler. How can I ever repay you?
Just doing my job.
Just doing my job, and with that, I'll be on my way.
Hey,
Not so
Feeling
fast,
all
old man.
You.
You again.
what's the matter?
What's this I hear about you dropping your tools and hacking all over your patients? Not one for tact, are you?
What's the matter?
What's the matter? Got a bad case of the runs?
Afraid the answer is no.
Even if I did, it'd be none of your concern.
Come on now.
Right, whatever. Why don't I just take a quick look?
That'll do.
Why don't you just mind your own business? Come on, old man. Believe it or not, I'm worried about you.
Ah,
How touching, but look, I know my body as well as...
Ye gads.
Good grief. You're getting a checkup whether you like it or not. Keep your bloody hands off me. I told you, I'm perfectly aware of what's happening to my...
Huh?
So you knew we were about to hawk up all that blood, eh? You're sicker than a dog, and I'd be one sorry apothecary to let you walk away and treat it. Now be a good patient here.
nah.
Go ahead and treat me, then, if you can.
Son of a...
Still don't trust me, you son of a... Hell's in tarnation.
Holy...
You're falling apart inside out. Your forehead's nigh on fire, and what in blazes this horrible purple rash? It's a miracle you're even standing. How could you let yourself in this state? Don't you get it? If you don't treat this, you're gonna die.
Aye.
Tell me something I don't know.
What the...
If you knew, then why? It's none of your concern. Even if I told you, what would you be able to do about it? Nothing, that's what.
I'll be on my way.
Forget about me, Alvin, for both our sakes. Someone around here must know something about Ogun. But I wonder why. That man's face was the face of one who had given up all hope. Had he lost his reason to live? Was he so tortured by the sins of his past? Either way, it's a darn fool that lives life as if he wants it to end. Just so. But it would behoove us to learn what makes him act in such a manner. If there's anything else I might do, do not hesitate to ask. I won't. You're a good man to talk to when things are bothering me and my blood is up. Whenever you need my ear, you need only say the word. Thanks, Alberic. It's good having you around. Can't very well leave things alone after all, that man. Right. Alvin, I've drawn you a bath. Oh, thanks. That's mighty kind of you. Do let me know if there's anything else I can do. I appreciate it, really I do. But don't wear yourself out on my account here. It does no one any good if you work yourself sick trying to take care of someone else. Oh, don't worry about me. I can take care of myself, you know. You've a good heart, Ophelia, like no one I've ever met. Have you ever thought of becoming an apothecary? It's high time I took an apprentice. Really? And you're asking me? Why, that would be wonderful. Of course I'd... But what am I saying? I couldn't abandon my priestly duties. I swore an oath, you see, and... I'm only joking. You already have your trade. Though I'm pleased to know you have even a passing interest in mine. Right. Let's also go and get Haunted in the party. Right now. Alberic needs to get out of the party. I need to do this. There we go. That means that I'm gonna go and give them some jabs. Some jobs that they have not cleared quite yet. Warrior, dancer, apothecary, thief, junta. Right. And you have not done... you haven't finished apothecary quite yet. And you have not even touched any of the magic classes. I guess I can... You know, let me just go and turn you into a scholar. Sure. Let's go and give you a... Rune Hatchet. I guess... Wow, this is kind of bad, actually. Well, whatever, I don't care. Can have a Rimbo, Wizard Rod. Okay, makeshift staff, Wizard's Rod also. Now I'm thinking about it, oh, you have the Holy Longbow, right. I have the Transcendent Bow of Shadows. Well, I guess I'm fine for now. Sure. Whatever. Don't even mention food to me. I've no appetite. Ogun's mutterings. Ogun's muttering the same Melissa. Maybe mentioning that. Maybe mentioning that will get the old man talking. Can I actually inquire these other people? So hot, my fever won't break. Throw this terribly sore, just drinking water is agony, like trying to swallow warm coals. Can't stop coughing. Tastes blood, hard to breathe, hurts too much to sleep. Jesus. Nasty stuff. This pain in my head is constant ringing in my ears, cause it never ends, it's enough to drive me mad. So cold, like I'm naked in the middle of a blizzard. No matter how much I bundle up, just chill won't go away. My body aches all over. Even a little bit of moving is too much to bear. Just shifting in bed is agony. Melissa, damn it. How do you know her name? I told you the story of how I came to choose my patients, yes? You told me you lost your dear wife. That she was murdered in cold blood by a man whose life you saved. You saved? You saved.
Aye.
Why, but the story doesn't end there. After that I set off on a journey. I had no hopes, no aspirations. I just wanted to help someone, anyone, in any way I could. Anything to do Melissa proud.
But
It wasn't to be. One day in a far-flung village, I found him. The man who murdered my beloved. He had a family of his own, a wife, a boy of some 5 summers. When I saw them together, smiling and laughing, something broke inside of me. And so I waited till nightfall and snuck up on the man when he was alone. And left him in the same shape he left my dear Melissa. You can't be. It was a strange feeling. Her saving his life took days, ending it took but an instant. Human life's a fleeting and fragile thing, eh? I fled from the village as fast and far as I could. From there I continued my journey as if nothing had happened. Funny, isn't it? None of these people know the man who saved their life stole another. Can't bear to think of the pain and suffering I inflicted on the man's family, so I don't. But every day I ask myself, what right do I have to play God with these blood-stained hands? Time and again I thought of ending my own life, but I'm too much of a coward to do the deed. How many years has it been now? In my travels my body has come to be ravaged by every plague and pestilence our realm has known. But never once have I thought of treating myself. I'm a murderer, a sinner. And mine is not a life worth saving. Do you see now, Alvin? This is the answer I found. I'm feeling a bit tired. Pray leave me to rest for a while.
That stubborn bastard. Ain't there nothing in here that'll help at a time like this? Ugh, what a mess. Been too busy to clean it out all this time. Ogun is determined to die. That's the answer he's come to. After a long and harrowing journey. What right do I have to think I know better? Besides, what could I do for him anyhow? I barely manage to get by as it is. How do I even go about fixing a busted soul? I'm just one man. One small, insignificant man. Damn it all. A letter.
To my dear friend Alphen. When you find this letter, no doubt you'll be off in some far-flung village somewhere. I was more than happy to urge you on in your journey, but truth be told, I was just a bit worried about you. Worried that along the way, you'd find someone and take on all their pain and suffering as your own. You've always had a sensitive streak after all. But, should you ever find yourself losing the courage of your convictions, remember what we learned together.
Zeph.
Zeph, you're back.
That I am, Nina.
Is something the matter?
Nothing you need worry yourself about. Alf. I've always admired your selflessness. In helping others, you think nothing of yourself. In that sense, you're the best apothecary and the best friend anyone could ask for. You have nothing to worry about, nothing to fear. So go out there, Alf, and do what you feel is right. With your heart at ease and your head held high. P.S. This is far too embarrassing to say in person, so I'll just hide this letter underneath all your stuff.
That idiot. Just reading that, my face is as red as a beet. Thanks, buddy. I really got myself worked up over nothing, didn't I? I know what I need to do, and gods be damned if anyone will keep me from doing it. Ain't that right, Seth? I'll show everyone what I believe in. Including you, wherever you are. And you too, Ogun. Just you wait.
Well, I'll be damned.
Well, you're looking more chipper. Huh? You're moping around like a stick in the mud for a while there. Is that right? Guess you can put that down to the encouragement of an old pal. Old pal? Yeah, found a letter tucked away in my satchel. You think after all these years you could just say it to my face? Well, sounds like you got yourself a good friend. Huh, you got that right. Would you trust this friend of yours forever, no matter what? Darn right I would. Even if he betrayed you. Yep, because if he did betray me, it'd be because he didn't have any other choice. Like his little sister begged him to steal my sleepweed with tears in her eyes or something like that. Folk make mistakes sometimes, no point in throwing away a whole friendship over that. Huh, you're a bigger man than I gave you credit for. Alright. Let's save the man.
Sorry, old man. I'm here, whether you like it or not.
Alphen, how many times must I say it? Just leave me here and go on your way.
Oh, enough.
Huh?
Quit your belly aching and lie down before I have to knock you over.
What? What in the God's name are you?
So you're a stinking murderer. A sinner, huh? Great. Like I give a damn. It ain't my job to choose who lives and who dies. I ain't no god. If it's in my power to help a body, I'll be damned if that ain't what I'm gonna do. That's why I became an apothecary. That's what I believe in. There. That should keep you breathing for now.
Just what do you plan to do next?
Ain't it obvious? I'm gonna fix you. And not just your body. All of you. I'm gonna whip up an elixir that'll have you feeling like a new man. Just you wait, Ogun.
Fix me? Don't make me laugh.
Well, I dashed out there like a man on a mission. But heck if I ain't got the faintest idea what to do next. I ain't never seen the likes of those symptoms.
Should you ever find yourself losing the courage of your convictions, remember what we learned together.
Come to think of it. One time when Zeph and I were studying together,
Alphen,
say Alf, remember when we were small and you got real sick? You feared you were going to die. Slowly but steadily your body cramped up until you couldn't even hold a spoon. And those terrible purple blotches I could barely look at you. I've been trying to replicate the elixir that cured you, but to no avail. The traveler we saved you was really something else. Too bad we weren't of a mind to ask for the recipe back then, huh? Fun times, Zeph. So much for remembering. Wait a minute. Couldn't hold a spoon? Hasn't Ogun been dropping his tools? And purple blotches?
I can't
No,
believe
it couldn't be. It's too much of a coincidence, or is it? If Ogun is the same disease that I had, that means there's a cure. The same cure that saved my life. Think, Alvin, think! How did he make the medicine? Bah, who am I kidding? I couldn't even remember my own symptoms until now.
Damn it all.
Damn it all. Must be in there somewhere. Think.
Great.
There, that should do it. You're a lucky boy, Alvin. The disease had all but taken over. We got a day or two at best. That I just happened to come along when I did with this potion in hand. Fate works in mysterious ways. How long did I labor to brew this elixir, and from ingredients that I may never see again? The real truth is meant for another, but that hardly matters now. If it saved your life, it will have more than served its purpose. Sleep tight, son. You'll be feeling better on the morrow. Traveling apothecary. At least I think that's what he said. He goes around the world helping people who are hurt and sick like me. Shucks, hope I can be that too someday. And we learn the elixir recipe. Still awake, are we? What's in the potion, you ask? You weren't jesting when you said you wanted to be an apothecary, were you? Very well. Who am I to refuse such an inquisitive young man? Mind? Man. Mearned. The elixir was brewed from the feather of an ogre eagle, a fearsome beast whose beast? What's wrong with me? Beast whose wings span so wide they could block out the sun. They terrorize the skies above the forest of Roubaix, not far from Orwell. A boy like you would be wise not to wander there, lest you get snatched up and spirited away above the clouds. Damned if I know how. Damned if I know how, but I remember now. All I need is the feather of an ogre eagle. And the flame take me if the forest of Roubaix ain't just outside of town. You saved my life again, stranger.
Let's go.
Hang in there, Ogun. I'm gonna fix you up as good as new. Alright. Travel banter. So, thou owest this man a debt. Yeah, he's the whole reason I became an apothecary.
I see.
I see, so he's like a master to thee. You have a master too, right? What's it to you? Well, he raised me like a father, and he is the hunter I strive to be. To Ben, or to be, whatever. Ah, role model. Yeah, that's how I think about my master, too. I reckon if you both work hard I don't know what's happening. For some kind of reason I cannot read. Hard enough, we could end up even better than our master someday. I think it's because of my allergies. Better? I had not imagined such a thing even possible. Why not? If you're trying to be as good as someone, you might as well strive to be better. Then he can stand in front of them all proud-like and tell him, now the student has become the master, and it's all thanks to you. Not bad, right? Indeed, thou speakest wisdom, so let us strive in together. Now that's the spirit. Okay. Am I gonna roll with this party? I guess I could. The thing is, as long as I have Alpha and Sirion, we're gonna be fine. That's the best part. I don't have anybody with me. How strong are you? Sure. Trail to the Forest of Ruby. The Chapter 4 dungeons are pretty dang long, by the way. So strap yourselves in, because I'm pretty dang sure that we're gonna... It's gonna take us some time before we reach the end of the upcoming dungeon. Which is fine.
Want a tangle, huh?
More XP.
I'll do my best.
Bum, ba-da-ba, ba, bum, ba-da-ba, bum, ba-da-ba, ba, ba, na-na-ba-ba-da-ma, ba-da-ba-bum, bum, 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 ba-ba-da-ma, ba. Right.
Tonight, risk. Cut it.
Also weak to lightning, nice. Spider's web.
Letting the hunt begin.
Here goes nothing.
I'll just go and do this. Get a load of this.
Tonight, risk. Cut it.
There we go.
And that's that.
Goodbye, friends. Give me that beautiful XP. Also, I should probably learn some skills if I can. Arrow Storm, Leghold Trap, Thunderbird, Mercy Strike? Well, yeah, sure. I'll just go and get everything, really. And then take Aim. She still has a lot more points left. That's pretty nice. I like Analyze. Let's go and give you Lightning Bolt, and then Lightning Storm. Okay. So you're technically done with being a hunter right now. Dancer, warrior. I don't have anybody else who is a warrior right now, so... Is that the final job that she needs to work on? I think so. Yeah, cool. Let's go and turn you into a warrior. Unseen Saber, Forbidden Spear, sure. Right. Let me also go and learn... She's just gonna finish this. Stout Wall, 1,000 Spears, gives her surpassing power, which is a pretty dang important one, I would say. And I've just done with everything except for the really special classes. I guess I'll go and turn you into a Starseer. Right. Let's see, what do I want more? So crit rate. Just with the buffs in general. I want this thing. So that way I can give Therion some help. I should also probably get this at some point. Ethereal Healing I also quite like. Okay. Now, you have Inner Strength. No, okay, Second Wind. I think we're fine then for the moment. Okay. And then you're... yeah, okay. There we go. We also go and re-equip her. Makeshift Knife, you can get the Legion Dagger. Forbidden Spear lowers your speed, but it does a lot of damage, so if I do damage, then it's gonna be sizable. Alright, there we go. Look at this magic party and Alphen. I love this game, man. I love this game so much. It's really nice. Because I thought that I wasn't gonna like this game too much, but
This is the
no.
beginning of your end.
I love this game.
I'll not be defeated.
Let's see. I think it's probably an idea to miss. Yep, that's the idea.
What the?
Out of my way. Tonight, risk. Cut it.
Would you look at that? He lowered my my elemental defenses. The only thing that he can lower. Right. Look at that pathetic damage.
Here we go. Bring.
Alright. Last stand, just gonna murder you. Not that. Normal last stand
Try again.
did over the damage cap in damage. That is bonkers. I love it. This is gonna be so much fun, people. I'm going to murder everything
Come on.
so hard.
Better
Alright. Well, I know that one of them is weak to ice, so might as well go into some ice.
Claw two.
Ba, 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 ba. Gather strength, as I expected. Lethal sting. Poison.
Letting the hunt begin.
Beginning. Let's go and analyze these.
Interesting.
Creepy fledglings, also lightning, okay.
My turn now.
Let's see. Shooting stars, sure.
Malefic stars, pierce our foes.
Just because I'm curious.
Shaka.
Let's go for this. This should kill most of them. Or all of them. How about that?
That's what I'm talking about.
Or as Alberry could say it, how about this? Right. I've also noticed that both Therion and Alphen technically don't need to be in a party anymore. Because of their crazy, you know, JP amount. Well, the thing is, no, they could still use the Japanese points.
This is the beginning of your end.
Forget I said anything.
Tonight, risk.
I'm also still not sure what I'm gonna do with Therion. I mean, that I mean, like, what I'm
Letting
gonna...
the hunt begin.
What job I'm gonna give him. I was thinking about Runeblade for some time. Yeah, probably Runeblade.
My turn now. There.
Here goes nothing.
But at some point I'm also gonna turn Cyrus into a sorcerer, I think. And then I'll go and switch out. But at the moment, having a sorcerer is ridiculously useful. Because I have all of the elements now. I basically have everything that I would ever need to break anything. Which to me personally is more important than... well, whatever. I hope you enjoyed this episode. This time I was playing Octopath Traveler, and next episode we're gonna go and hopefully have... well, I don't even know, man. Hopefully be able to properly deliver commentary next time. Goodbye.